Well, hello there. Welcome to DMing from scratch. Wait a second. Is that the name of my channel? Or is it something else? Well, it is for now DMing from scratch, but this leads me into what I want to talk about first tonight. I have been thinking about revamping my channel for a few reasons, alright? One of them was the name. Thought the name could be better, so I'm going to try and think of a better name. Second, I took down some videos that I don't think fit the vibe of this channel very well. They weren't specifically about DMing. They weren't bad videos, I didn't think. They weren't amazing, but they weren't terrible. They just didn't fit the vibe of, giving my little bits of advice on DMing. Third, I had been doing videos with this sort of attitude, and I thought it was best at the time. I did, but I don't think it is now. This is what it was. I would put up videos, and I would put on the disclaimer that, they may not be perfectly accurate. I may make mistakes, and I'm not going to change the mistakes, is what I would say. Because I thought at the time that maybe that was a good way to learn. You could, weed through my mess and pick out what was wrong and what was right, and that would be a great way for you to learn. That's not fair to you. You're coming here to, listen to what I have to say, whether it's valuable or not. I don't think it's fair to put that on you. I'm sorry. So, I'm going to do my best to make my videos accurate. Still, I might make mistakes, but I'm going to try to avoid that, is my point. If I do make a mistake, I will correct it. So, anyway, you can count on that. Now, the other thing I want to talk about tonight, props at your table. If you play in person with other people, of course, with other people, you can buy props or print them. I've been printing with an FDM printer. I'll get to that in a minute. But first, if you do buy them, you can buy some really cool, this is a WizKids mini, official D&D, and I painted this one. Didn't paint it amazing, but I painted this one. These are great, right? You can buy these. Often you have to scrape off the mold lines and reprime them a little bit, paint them, or you can buy them painted. Great option. But let's say it's the night before the game and something popped into your head, like, I need some broken down wall for my game tomorrow, which is what happened to me this last weekend. I just printed them up. The detail is fine, especially on these bigger items. Oops. And you can paint them afterwards. That's what I intend to do with these. I also printed up some little shrubs and whatnot. Printed these up more recently. Haven't used these in a game yet, but I intend to paint those as well. Painting is another great aspect of this game. I really love it, but that's for another video. Now, again, you can buy a lot of this stuff already printed or, molded like they do. And that's a great option too. I've bought plenty of stuff. It's also great to paint. It's usually pre-primed, which is nice. Or not nice, depending on your style. Sometimes they have mold lines. You have to scrape those off and then reprime that part. Or it's gray often, gray primer, which isn't great for a number of reasons. So I often reprime them in black. So what if it's the night before the game and you need a couple of minis, right? Well, probably not the night before, because you might want to paint them, make them look a little better, right? But you can print up minis with an FDM printer. Some people complain about the quality, and it's understandable. It is. I think the quality is fine. At the table, nobody's getting right up there looking real close and examining your mini to see how well you painted it. Look at this little guy, for instance. This is from the campaign that we're running now. Fandelver and below the Shattered Obelisk. He looks great, I think. For the table, he looks good. He was fun to paint. I probably should have put some detail on the face. And that's another nice aspect, right? If detail is missing, like the eyes, lips, mouth, that sort of thing, you can paint those in. But not just little minis, like your NPCs, the non-player characters, or your monsters, or PCs for your friends at the table if they want them. Typically, I would probably suggest either buying one of those or having those printed up with something with a little more detail, since it's it's yours and you want it to look really nice. But take a look at some of these items, right? Here's a dice tower. This was so much fun to print. We keep it at the table. It's for, the more important rolls. It's cool, I think. And finally tonight, I want to show you a couple of items that I printed up that aren't miniature monsters or miniature NPCs or PCs for their game table, but these are little miniatures that represent spells or features, right, that a character might have. Whether it's, a monster or a PC, NPC, whatever it might be. So the little kind of gold, bronze-colored one, that's a flaming sphere that my wizard elf player at my table, he uses that. And he also uses the other one next to it, which is the Manifest Mind. It's a little magical floating book. So, the options and possibilities are limitless with a 3D printer. So much fun. I hope this was useful. And you can expect more videos. Hopefully we'll be getting better and more exciting and more interesting as I go along. And I look forward to kind of sharing along the lines of what I said, said with my whole revamp. So it'll be, just a lot of stuff that I've learned along the way. I will make a good effort to be as accurate as I can be. I look forward to sharing. All right, we'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.